Hi people. So, Granny Campus, Granny Krampus. I came across with the poster a couple of times, and what convinced me that I could watch it was Geek Legion of Doom's review, which gave it a 1 out of 10. He rarely goes down there. He watches and reviews indie films almost exclusively. And I was interested. Well, it's not a 0 out of 10. He has a scale of 0 to 10. I'm yet to find a 0 to 10. I was just looking for something to sleep on. And these cheap indie titles, which are thrown together in 1 or 2 weekends, tend to be like Amityville movies tend to be talkings. Two-person sitting on sofas and talking, and that would have been perfect for me. It wasn't exactly that, but it was not that bad for me, at least. I mean, sure, it was just a late night watch where I wanted to turn off my brain and then go to sleep, or go to sleep during it. The thing is, it had barely any dialogue. I mean, there was dialogue, but there was big pauses between a sentence and a reply to the sentence. So I couldn't follow the story. I wanted to follow the story. Thus I decided to actually watch the movie. But what comparing to the Amityville flicks, Amityville flicks use almost exclusively static camera views. You put down the camera or walk with your actors. They are in the garden on Amityville. What was that? In Amityville Thanksgiving. It's just or shot, reverse shot, and it's very static camera handling. Here in Granny Krampus, they using camera angles and a better, more rapid editing, and it's not just one person for this angle and that angle, and that's very nausea inducing. But one shot on the actor and one shot on the room and one shot back to, it's more fluent, and it's at least not boring. Helps on the feeling that something is happening. And sure, very obvious that the script was put together at an afternoon. It wouldn't fill up in normal filmmaking more than 20-30 minutes. Yeah, there is that. But on the other hand, it's a story which has a beginning, middle, and end. And it has a definite ending. Not a mishmash of possibilities what could have been in the film, and we roll every one of it, and the editor will solve it for us. No one talks with the editor, so editor just puts everything in to fill up the necessary runtime. The other thing that makes it kinda boring, that from the poster, the uninitiated can think this is a creature feature. It is not. It is a cursed movie, and it's not even a Western curse movie where you fight the curse like the Western Ring, where samurais put to the eternal rest. Not counting the sequel, but it's terrible, even on the conceptual level. But an Asian horror movie where you have a curse because you did something and now you have to deal with it and you will die at the end. That's how I think about the Asian horror movies. They are not even horror movies, they are ghost stories. Here, Granny Krampus shows up and pretty much stands around like Michael Myers, and in the end kills people. Granddaughter and grandson moving in with granny because there was a terrible accident or with suspicious circumstances. Of course, it was not just an accident. Moving into granny, the sole living relative, which turns out not to be entirely true. There was another offspring of granny who also comes to granny asking for money and all that. So yeah, all this is a big family drama, very melodramatic, soap opera style story. And yeah, pretty much there is no acting, no argument there. There was not much to work with. On the other hand, at some point I was looking at the reaction and the subconscious reaction of the... These are not entirely amateurs, they mostly at their fourth film, but not very well experienced probably. You can see the subconscious reaction of the actresses. And it's at a point I was, how much is this? The director's directing, and how much is the actors? That aside, even considering that the bar was like on the floor, I was looking for clues what is happening and whether Granny is the Krampus. I was totally expecting that twist just from the poster, and sometimes Granny did a making a grain, and I was, well, this is an uncomfortable situation, and this is like Hansel and Gretel in the gingerbread house, and Granny was totally like the witch there, ready to eat the children. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, maybe it was just an accident, but it was at the right time, at the right place. So I got into the mood, and yeah, the music is not something big, it's probably stock music or something like that. But there it had some jingles, Christmas jingles, this being a Christmas movie, and the house had Christmas decorations, like a house prepared to celebrate Christmas, and there were the ugly sweatshirts, and so I got into the Christmas vibes. I felt I'm watching a Christmas movie between 23 p.m. and 24 p.m. It wasn't a bad experience for me. Yeah, it's not anything big. It's probably 3 out of 10 with a shadow score of 5 out of 10. I wasn't disappointed. It was more than your usual Amityville effort. The operator did what he could. The editing was not crap, and as said, it had a story with a definite start, middle, and end. So I was there is a obligatory twist at the end. So there is that too. Brings in all the tropes. It felt like a film, not a good film, a low effort, low talent film, but it was a Christmas movie which hit the right tones at the right time, if you ask me. So, for a late Christmas movie, like, there are the Orthodox Christianity celebrating Christmas on January 6th, I thought I will make a review about it because I thought it's not a 1 out of 10.